I know it's a week before Christmas and we're all feeling a little bit lazy and not really in the humour for exercising. So today I'm going to include plenty of stretching exercises to try and wake up all of the muscles in the body and mobilise most of the joints. We'll also be doing a little bit of work into the bum and into the tummy. So let's get started. If you stand towards the back of your mat, your feet are about hip distance apart. Let's stand nice and tall, so let's elongate up through the spine. We'll take a deep breath in, engage the tummy and float the arms overhead. Let's arch the upper back a little to look up towards the ceiling and cactus the arms back a little to pinch into the shoulder blades. Then we'll stretch the arms overhead, drop the head in line with the arms down towards the mat. Or soft through the back of the knees and just let the weight of the head give a nice stretch through the back and the back of the legs. We'll take a deep breath in here and let's restack the spine one bone at a time. Let's do one more. We'll bring the arms overhead. Let's arch the upper spine to look up towards the ceiling and push back into the shoulders to pinch the shoulder blades together. Then we'll stretch the arms up, head in line with arms down towards the mat. Let's just stay here for a moment. We'll take a deep breath in, feel that stretch through the back and the back of the legs. Deep breath and let's restack the spine one bone at a time. Let's just lift the shoulders up and back and down. So we'll take it down to the mat. If you come towards the end of your mat, again stand feet about hip distance apart. We'll raise the arms overhead, drop the head in line with the arms, and let's just walk out into an all fours position. So let's just take a quick check on our alignment. The hands should be directly under the shoulders, the knees directly under the hips, the legs are about hip distance apart. So we're going to start with a nice stretch for the spine. We'll take a deep breath into the side of the lungs, engage the tummy, and let's arch the spine up towards the ceiling, dropping the head between the arms to look down between the legs. We take a deep breath in, engage the tummy, and let's drop the back down towards the mat. We'll drop the chest through the shoulders to pinch the shoulder blades together and look forward towards the wall. We'll do one more. So we'll slowly roll down. The head is going down between the arms to look between the legs as the whole spine, including the upper spine, is arching away from the mat. So really push the shoulders away from the ears. And we'll go the opposite direction. So we'll drop the lower back and then the upper back between the shoulders, pinch the shoulder blades together as we look forward. And then we'll come back to our neutral position. We'll just take a quick break because we're going to do a couple of exercises in this position. So just stretch out the arms and relax through the spine. We'll come back up onto all fours. So again, just check your position. The hands are directly under the shoulders, knees directly under the hips. The legs are about hip distance apart. We're going to really engage through the tummy. Take a deep breath in to prepare and float the right leg off the mat in line with the body. We're going to lift and lower the right leg for 8, 7, 6. The lift is coming from the bum and not from the knees. 2, 1. Let's straighten the leg, bend the knee, and again lift for 8, 7. Keep the rest of the body as stable as possible. 3, 2, 1. Let's drop the foot towards the floor and we lift the leg up to the side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's straighten the leg. We have one more exercise in this position. We're going to really engage through the tummy and float the left arm off the mat. Then we're going to bring elbow into knee. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Well done. We'll take a quick break. Just stretch out the shoulders. Really breathe deeply into the lungs to recover from those exercises. And we'll come back up to all fours. And we'll do the other side. So again, we'll just check our position. The hands are directly under the shoulders, knees directly under the hips. We'll engage the tummy, take a deep breath in, and float the left leg. And we're going to lift for 8, 7, 6. Keep the rest of the body stable. No rocking through the hips. Let's bend the knee and lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's drop the foot towards the mat and lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's straighten the leg, really squeeze into the tummy, check your alignment and float the right arm. And let's bring elbow to knee for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. We'll take a quick stretch. Breathe deeply into the sides of the lungs, really fill the lungs. And we'll come back up to all fours, drop the knee and hip, and let's spin around to the front of the mat. We're going to sit in our figure 4 position. So the right shin is across the front of the mat, left shin is running front to back. Sitting as straight as possible, the hands are resting on the mat. We take a deep breath in, engage the tummy, then we're going to float the right hand off the mat and rainbow the arms, stretch up and over towards the opposite wall. Breathe deep into the side of the lungs to really feel that stretch along the right side. Then we'll stretch the hand up and back over to the mat. We'll do the left side, so let's float the left arm, stretch it up and over, very active arm. Let's stretch over. You can bend the right arm to really deepen into the stretch. We breathe deeply into the side of the lungs. And let's stretch up and over. We'll do one more on each side. So let's engage the tummy, take a deep breath in, float the right arm up and over. Really stretch that arm. Nice, active, straight arm. We take a deep breath into the side of the lungs and stretch the arm back. We'll float the left arm, stretch it up and over. Bend through the right arm to get a nice deep stretch. Deep breath into the lungs and back up and over. From here we're going to lift the left leg, tuck the right leg and stack the left leg on top of the right leg. We're going to move the right hand towards the front of the mat. We're going to place the hand on the hip. We're going to take a deep breath in to prepare. Engage the tummy and let's lift the hips off the mat and really push the waist away from the mat. We'll lift the top arm towards the ceiling and then we're going to twist and tuck the left arm underneath the body. We'll come back up, look towards the upper hand, hand onto the hip, hip down onto the mat. We'll do one more of those. Deep breath in, engage the tummy. Let's lift the hips and really stretch the waist away from the mat. We'll float the left arm. Let's twist, tuck the arm in underneath to get a nice twist through the body. Lift the arm, look at the upper arm, arm onto the hip, hip down to the mat. And we'll spin around and do the same on the other side. So now the left shin is across the front of the mat, right shin is running front to back, sitting up nice and straight. We'll start with the left arm, so take a deep breath in, engage the tummy, and we'll float the left arm, stretch up and over. Breathe deep into the lungs, really feel that stretch. And stretch up and back. Let's lift the right arm, rainbow the arm over, nice active arm. Bend the left arm to really deepen the stretch. Stretch those fingers away from the body. Deep breath into the lungs. Really feel that stretch. And then we'll lift back and over. One more, let's float the left arm. Nice active arm, over, stretch the fingertips away. Breathe deeply into the lungs. Feel that stretch. And back over. And the right arm comes up. Bend the left arm to deepen the stretch. Stretch the fingertips towards the wall. Breathe deep into the lungs. And bring the arm down. We'll lift the right leg, tuck the left leg in underneath and stack the right leg on top. We bring the left arm towards the front of the mat. The hand goes on the hip. Take a deep breath in, engage the tummy, and let's push up into that side plank position. Really push the waist away from the mat. We're going to float the right arm to the ceiling, and then we're going to twist and tuck the right arm underneath. We'll bring the right arm back up. Let's look up at the hand, hand to the hip, hip to the floor. We'll do one more. Deep breath in, engage the tummy, and let's come up into that side plank position. Really push the waist away from the mat. We'll float the right arm, twist to tuck underneath. Right arm back to the ceiling. Let's look up at that hand, hand to hip, hip to the floor. From here, let's spin around onto our bum. We'll grab the back of the knees and slowly lower down to the mat. We're going to just bring the feet a little bit closer to the bum. The feet are about hip distance apart. Just check your spine, so maybe just tilt the hips back and forward slightly until you find that neutral spine position. And we're going to hold the spine in that position as we do some exercises for the tummy. So we're going to put the right hand down on the mat. We're going to leave the left hand on the tummy so we can feel the movement in the tummy. We're going to take a deep breath in to prepare. Really squeeze into the tummy and float the right leg up to a tabletop position. There should be little or no movement in the tummy or in the arch of the spine when you lift the leg. And we're just going to lower and lift the leg for 2 sets. So we're going to touch the toe down to the mat and bring it back up. Our focus is on keeping the tummy and the spine in position. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really squeeze the tummy. We'll do one more set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and relax. Let's just reset the body. Make sure there's no tension in the shoulders. We'll swap the arms around so the left arm goes to the mat, right hand comes onto the tummy. Just maybe check again that you're in that neutral spine position. We'll take a deep breath in to prepare, really squeeze into the tummy, and we'll float the left leg up to a tabletop position. And we'll go for 8, 7, 6, really squeeze the tummy. Make sure there's no movement. The only thing moving should be the leg from the hip. 2, 1. We go again for 8, 7. Make sure there's no movement in the spine. Really squeeze the tummy. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. We'll bring both arms down by our sides and we'll just bring the arms out to the side. We're going to bring the 2 feet together. We're going to lift the right leg and cross it over the left leg, and then we're going to drop both legs together down to the left side. Keep both shoulders on the mat. Look towards the ceiling and just let the weight of the legs give you a nice stretch through the side of the body. Take a few deep breaths here. Really fill the lungs. Feel that stretch. To bring the legs back, really squeeze into the tummy and lift the legs back to center. We'll uncross the legs and bring the left leg over the right leg. Let's drop the legs down to the right side. Keep the shoulders on the mat. Just take a few deep breaths there, just to deepen into that stretch. No need to push the legs, just let the weight of the legs deepen into that stretch. To bring the legs back, really squeeze into the tummy and roll the legs back to center. Uncross the legs. Let's grab the back of the thigh and come up to a seated position. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed those exercises and I'll see you back here soon. Bye.